You know, a lot of things have changed in 2025, right? So, considering that, is $500,000 still enough to retire on? Let me know what you think, guys. What is your target amount for retirement that you want to retire on? For those of you that have already retired, what did you retire on, if you don't mind letting other people know? Very curious on that. So here's number 1 of 7 stats on this, so we can figure it out. Is 500,000 still enough to retire on? I got this all from Yahoo Finance. Number 1, recent Go Banking survey found that 22% of Americans have a retirement goal of 500,000 or less. 22%. You know, actually that sounds about right to me. I know a lot of people target 1 million for retiring on, right? I mean, that's the number that's thrown out there by financial advisors. Everyone you can think of really is $1 million, right? So that kind of sounds right. Sorry, it's a little windy. We just got, as you can see in the background, just had a major storm here. So I'm trying to get this in before the day's out. Number 2, 31% don't have a retirement savings goal at all. Okay, that's not good, right? I mean, you got to have at least some idea of an amount that you want to retire on. Doesn't have to be $1 million, doesn't have to be 500,000. It could be 350 if you got a big pension coming or something, you know. Whatever it is, you need to have a goal, guys. You really do. You can't just go, I'll wing it when I get there, right? Hey, for those of you who see me for the first time, my name is Duane, and this is a channel for retiring on moderate income. If you think you might like that, think about subscribing and like the video as well. And if you really like it, down below, there are 2 other ways to support the channel. You could buy me a coffee or get my new book, The Monster Who Loves Me, for $3.99. What a deal. Number 3, the average retirement account balance, ages 65 to 74, is just above $600,000. Now that's the average. So you've got some big, earners or big savers, let's say, boosting that average way up. The median, which is probably what we should go by, the median amount saved between ages 65 to 74 is $200,000. That sounds about right? I mean, because even nowadays, when you throw out $500,000 for retirement savings, to some that sounds like a lot. To others, not so much. I mean, I retired, as you guys know, back in 2021 with a little over $500,000. At that time, felt pretty good. What about now? Number 5, according to the National Center of Aging, 80% of households with older adults are financially struggling. Now that seems really high. National Center on Aging. Never heard of them, but that's a big figure to throw out there. 80% are struggling? What's your definition of struggling? I didn't see one that they gave. Number 6, 60% can't afford 2 years worth of long-term care. You know, I can kind of get that. Back when my mom had her stroke about 3.5 years ago, the first home, assisted home that we had her put in, I didn't know anything about it. So the hospital just recommended this place. $11,000 a month. Yeah. After I did some digging, we got her a nice single room, private room in an assisted facility for $4,500 a month. Okay. Even that $4,500, that's expensive. This is 3.5 years ago. So now take that $4,500, what is it, $6,000, $6,500? Take that $11,000 at that first place. Yes, it was very, very nice. But we couldn't afford it. Make that about $13,000, $14,000 now, right? So this statistic, I get it. 2 years worth of long-term care, 60% can't afford. That makes sense to me. And number 7, if you retire significantly early, $500,000 may not be enough for you. Now, I didn't retire significantly early. I retired on my 59th birthday, okay? If you plan on retiring at 50, though, yeah, $500,000 is not going to cut it for you guys. It's just not. I mean, especially in 2025, right? 5 years ago, Maybe not even then. I mean, if you retire at 50 or 45 even, yeah, you need $1 million plus. If you retire at 59 like I did, not so much. Okay? So, what do I think about this whole wacky thing? Can you retire on $500,000 in 2025? My answer is yes. But I have 6 what ifs. In other words, I have 6 caveats here, or 6 points, that if you retire on $500,000, you better have one of these, if not all of these 6 points. Okay? The first one, and I think this is the most important one, I've always based my whole $500,000 retirement on this. If you have low and flexible, keyword, flexible expenses, yes, you can retire on $500,000 in 2025. My expenses, as those of you who see me, follow me, were $2,800 a month. I just recently bumped that up to $3,000 a month because of all the increases in 2025, 2024, prices, inflation, now all this tariff crap, right? I bumped it up to 3,000. But even at that 3,000, I'm flexible. If needed, I can go down on that. If you are flexible in your expenses, guys, you can retire on $500,000, probably less. Number 2 out of 6, if you have $500,000 saved up and you have a pension, yeah, you're good. You're good on probably significantly less than 500,000 saved in the bank. Well, I shouldn't say significantly. Let's say a little bit less than that, okay? You're good, I think. If you've got a pension, and yes, pensions can fail. Not very often at all, but they can fail. But if you've got 500,000 plus a pension, and it's a decent pension, you know, somewhere you work for 20, 30 years, that kind of pension, not just I worked there 5 years and I get, $200 a month. Not that kind of pension. A decent pension, I think you're good to go on 500,000. Number 3, if you live in a low cost of living area, as most of you know, that's the reason I moved here to the high desert, just east, a little over an hour east of Los Angeles, because I could not retire comfortably on my $500,000 in LA. Just wasn't possible. Now, if I scrimped, if I went down to like basic living expenses, I could do it. But who wants to live like that? Right, guys? Who wants to live like that? So I would advise those of you that want to retire in $500,000. If you're living, even if you live there, I lived in LA for 30 years. I absolutely love it. Okay, that's luckily I can still go back and forth, and I do every couple of weeks to see my girlfriend who still lives there. Even if you love it, you really got to think hard about retiring to a place with a lower standard of living, as I did out here. Yeah, as I said in videos before as well, the mortgage I'm paying now is half of what I was paying for rent just before I retired in LA. So it's possible. You can do it. Number 4, if you as a couple have 2 Social Security payments, yeah, you can make it on $500,000. That's probably less than that too. If you've got 2 Social Security payments coming in, 2, let's say significant, let's say the wife and husband both work 20, 30 years, maybe 40 years, whatever it is, you're probably going to get 2 decent Social Security checks, right? If that is the case, you can retire on $500,000. If you move overseas, I've been just sucked into this whole life in the Philippines by, expats that have retired. Number 1, because my favorite band and favorite singer of all time, Gigi Delana and Gigi Vibes, are based there, and I'm crazy about them. But because of that, I've been suggested Filipino retirement videos. Can't get enough of them. Yes, there are drawbacks, but yes, it is cheap. And yes, parts of it are beautiful. So if you have $500,000, if you move overseas, Philippines, Thailand, Mexico, even some places in Europe, you'll be fine. You'll be just fine. And number 6, if you delay Social Security as long as possible for your unique situation. What do I mean by that? Well, here's what I mean. Social Security is different for everyone. If you can, If your situation warrants this, delay it as long as possible. You know, if there's longevity in your family, delay it. If you don't really need the money right now, delay it. The longer you delay that Social Security payment, the easier it'll be to retire on $500,000, right? Now, if you can't, if you're in bad health, if you don't have longevity in your family, I get it. Take it as soon as you can. So there are 6 ifs. If you have these, hopefully you have a lot of them, then $500,000 is more than enough to retire in 2025. So there you go, guys. And as always, from a pretty chilly high desert, we got this.